Welcome, everybody, to the softball field here at Mingus Union High School for tonight's softball matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Shadow Mountain Matadors. I'm Philip Catafamo. Happy to have you along with me on a very windy evening here in Cottonwood, Arizona. We are a few minutes away from opening pitch as the Mingus Marauders take on a fellow undefeated team in the Shadow Mountain Matadors. The Marauders coming into this one looking to keep their record perfect at currently 7-0, looking to improve to 8-0 on the season before they take on 4A Grand Canyon region opponent, the Coconino Panthers, tomorrow, which of course you can catch right here on Verde Valley TV. And the Shadow Mountain Matadors, they're also undefeated. They've only had a handful of games so far, had a little bit of a COVID issue earlier in the season. In fact, this is actually a reschedule from a game that was supposed to happen earlier last month, but because of COVID, unfortunately it was rescheduled. But fortunately for us, we get softball on a Monday night as the Marauders again look to improve to 8-0 against the currently 3-0 Shadow Mountain Matadors. Coach Ashlyn Thompson very happy about her team so far and the start for these Matadors, whereas the Marauders, well, Coach Brown's probably feeling the exact same way. Confident and happy that this team is starting out so hot to start off this 2021 season. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll preview this matchup. We'll get you the national anthem, starting lineups, and first pitch right here on Verde Valley TV. Don't go anywhere.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon, attorneys at law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
Welcome back to the softball field here at the campus of Mingus Union High School as the Mingus Marauders take on the Shadow Mountain Matadors in a rescheduled game that was actually rescheduled from earlier last month to this week due to weather, not COVID, as I mentioned before we head to the first break. My apologies. But anyway, we're here. It is the battle of the undefeateds. The Shadow Mountain Matadors come into this game 3-0, and they are absolutely rolling. Their first game was a dub. That was a win in March, on March 23rd against Thunderbird. It was 21-8, a solid victory for the Matadors. They followed that up with a 9-1 victory against Tempe a few days later. And then more recently, last week on Wednesday, the Matadors beat the St. Mary's High School 9-0 on March 31st. And I talked with Coach Thompson about the hot start of her team. She loves the versatility of this lineup so far. Coach Thompson, in her 5th year with the program, started from really nothing. She said, she told me the program started out with no wins. They've been slowly chipping away, earning wins season after season. And here in 2021, well, they're off to an extremely hot start, 3-0, as I mentioned, beating and starting off the season, beating the Thunderbird High School 21-8, which is a huge victory to start off your season, 21-8 on March 23rd. And then again, they beat Tempe and they beat St. Mary's more recently, led by who we will see in the circle tonight, Emily Williams. Williams coming into this game off of a phenomenal outing against St. Mary's, beating St. Mary's, striking out 19 batters in that game. And pitching a perfect game in that win against St. Mary's. And Dylan McDonald, the center fielder, has also been absolutely el fuego for the Matadors, hitting 2 home runs in their 3 games so far, almost a home run a game. We'll see if Williams can bring it on the mound and if McDonald's can bring it at the plate as they face Marissa Vaca tonight for the Mingus Marauders as Vaca comes into this game. Her 2nd game of work so far, the Marauders giving Alexis Erzman some rest. Vaca coming into this game with 5 innings pitched, 2 hits allowed, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks. She carries a 0 ERA with 1 win on the season in her one and only appearance. We'll get an opportunity to see the fellow junior pitcher Marissa Vaca in the circle tonight for the Mingus Marauders as they look to stay undefeated against the Shadow Mountain Matadors. You can see Coach Brown for the side of the Marauders and Coach Thompson is exchanging lineups. You can see those Mingus Marauders right there down in the huddle getting ready for first pitch. Again, wearing some very festive attire for a Monday night softball game. And, well, as I mentioned, the Marauders looking to stay undefeated here. Their last win came on Thursday, a come-from-behind victory against the Flagstaff Eagles, led by the junior Alexis Erzman, who will be at shortstop tonight, usually in the circle. Alexis will be in the field tonight, 4 for 4 with a home run, a big home run for Erzman last game to tie the game up and really help her own cause and get the Marauders an eventual 6-3 victory. 4 for 4, 1 home run with 3 RBIs. Ella Belo, the leadoff hitter, also helping to carry this team. The junior 2 for 4 in that win on Thursday against Flagstaff. 1 double, 1 for 3 for Mikkel Gordon. It was basically the junior show on Thursday against the Flagstaff Eagles. Mikkel Gordon, another junior, 1 for 3. And of course, Erzman doing it on the mound for the Marauders. 7 innings pitched in the circle, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. The Marauders looking to keep the bats quiet of the Shadow Mountain Matadors in their first matchup since 2016. March 29th, we are over, gosh, what is that? About 5 years right now since the last time these two teams matched up. Of course, Coach Thompson was just getting ready to enter her first year with the program. Coach Brown had already been with the school for a little while, but the Marauders able to get a victory on the road at Shadow Mountain back on March 29th, 2016, 12-4. And I know Coach Brown would love to repeat that success against this program here this time at Mingus here in a very windy night in Cottonwood, Arizona. The coaches have met. They have swapped lineups, and we are getting ready to go here. As I mentioned, we'll toss it over to Brian Saravo, the public address announcer, in just a few minutes for the national anthem and the starting lineups. The Marauders going with Marissa Vaca in the circle tonight, and of course, Coach Ashlyn Thompson, going with Emily Williams in the circle for the Matadors. And it should be an exciting game. The Marauders' next game will be tomorrow against the Coconino Panthers. You can catch that game right here on Verde Valley TV, and we are getting ready to go. We're going to pass it off to Brian Saravo, our public address announcer for the national anthem, starting lineups, and our first pitch. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mingus Union High School and today's varsity softball game featuring the Shadow Mountain Matadors and your Mingus Marauders. A reminder, this game is streaming live on YouTube, youtube.com/Verde Valley TV. Let your friends and family know. Or watch the replay when you get home. Just search youtube.com/Verde Valley TV. Introducing first the visiting Shadow Mountain Matadors, number 7, Alexis Luck. Number 5, Kira Womack. And your starting lineup today, batting 9th in right field, number 2, Addie Knapp. In center, batting 8th, number 1, Sam Torres. Playing third, batting 7th, number 4, Natalie Collins Austin. In left field, batting 6th, number 15, Yasmin Heidingsfield. At second, batting 5th, number 9, Bryn Isiri Ramos. Playing first, batting 4th, number 14, Didi Estrada. At shortstop, batting 3rd, number 3, Dylan McDonald. Behind the plate today, batting 2nd, number 12, Reese Birdie. And on the mound, leading off, number 22, Emily Williams. And now for your Mingus Marauders, number 28, Kiki Saravo. Number 5, Yasmin Mestis. Number 21, Tabitha Freeman. Number 1, Kaya Soki. And now your starting lineup in the flex position. Catching today, number 4, Kaylee Watson. Batting 9th in center, number 9, McKenna Watson. Playing first, batting 8th, number 23, Mikkel Gordon. In right field, batting 7th, number 18, Cameron Jones. Batting 6th, the DP today, number 22, Sydney Stapleton. Playing third, batting 5th, number 17, Mallory Copeland. On the mound today, batting 4th, number 33, Marissa Vaca. Playing short, batting 3rd, number 99, Alexis Erzman. Batting 2nd in left, number 6, Mackenzie Figge. And playing second, leading off, number 3, Ella Balo. And now if you would please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
Sir, if you're able to, can you just read that a couple times? Thanks, buddy. Sorry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, here we are on the campus of Mingus Union High School for our Monday night softball matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Shadow Mountain Matadors. The Marauders coming into this one looking to remain perfect on the season, 7-0 so far, looking to go 8-0 overall, and then we'll shift their focus tomorrow to the Coconino Panthers of the 4A Grand Canyon region, whereas the Shadow Mountain Matadors are coming into this one also undefeated so far, 3-0, coming off of wins against Thunderbird, Tempe, and St. Mary's. If you look at the schedule so far, this could be Shadow Mountain's toughest test so far. 2 of those 3 teams I listed that they've beaten have yet to get a win on the season yet, up to this point, of course. So this will be Coach Thompson's team's first full test against a very good 4A conference opponent, not inside of the region. So we'll see what happens with the Matadors as they take on the Mingus Marauders. The battle of the undefeated, and let's take you around the diamond. We'll first start out with the Mingus Marauders, who are in the field to get things going. We'll start in the outfield. Mackenzie Figge handling duties in left field tonight. McKenna Watson out in center. Cameron Jones in right field. In the infield, it'll be Mally Copeland at third. Alexis Erzman over at short. Ella Balo at second and leading off. Over at first, Mikkel Gordon and the battery. Kaylee Watson behind the dish tonight, and Marissa Vaca in the circle for the Mingus Marauders. The 1-2-3 for the Shadow Mountain Matadors look like this. The Emily Watson, the pitcher, will lead things off. Reese Birdie, the catcher, batting in the 2-hole, and Dylan McDonald, the shortstop, will be the 1-2-3. And here comes Emily Williams, who Coach Thompson said should be one to watch in the circle tonight. The pitcher leading things off for the Matadors. And we are getting things started here. It is 3:45 on the dot, and we are ready for some Marauder softball here on Verde Valley TV. Vaca coming into this one looking to keep her record perfect. Only one appearance so far this season, and this is number 2. And Vaca looking for her second victory on the year. Emily Williams at the plate here for the Matadors. First pitch on the way is in there for a strike, and Vaca starts things off with an 0-1 count to her first batter. So Vaca here on an 0-1 count. Pitch on the way to Williams. Over to Balo. Balo able to make the stop. Going to have to corral it there. Toss on to first is in time. Ella Balo making some moves with the glove. One down for the Mingus Marauders, and here comes Reese Birdie, the catcher for the Matadors. Dylan McDonald waiting on deck, the shortstop, as Birdie steps up, the catcher. Beautiful day here in Cottonwood, just a little bit windy. It seems like we cannot escape the wind, whether it be severe or just a light breeze. It always happens to find itself here at the field. First one on the way to Birdie is going to be a chopper right up the middle. Balo unable to fall and grab it. They're going to try the throw from center, not in time, so Birdie will get on with a single. And with one down, the Matadors have their first base runner of the night over at first. It'll be Dylan McDonald stepping up the shortstop. McDonald coming into this one, looking to move Birdie over from first into scoring position or possibly bring her around. We saw Alexis Erzman give up a run early on in the game on Thursday against Flagstaff, but of course Mingus was able to come back and earn the victory 6-3 there. So let's see if Vaca can keep the damage quiet with one down and a runner on first. McDonald awaits the first pitch. She's going to lay for a bunt. She's not going to get it down. It will be a strike. And the count will go to 0-1. Birdie will remain at first. So no one count here with one down. The 0-1 on the way from Vaca, the pitch. It's going to be fouled off. The count will go to 0-2. So an 0-2 count, one down, runner over at first base. Dylan McDonald, the shortstop, up at the plate. Reese Birdie, the lone base runner, got on with a single with one out. First batter, Emily Williams, grounded out to the second baseman, Ella Balo. That's where we got one down. The 0-2, it's going to be away for ball one. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here with one down. Vaca still, obviously, the double play is on for the Marauders. We'll see if they'll be able to turn it. The 1-2 on the way, and that one's away. Pitch over to throw down to first is not in time. So that one goes away for a ball. Now the count will go to 2-2. Watson keeping an eye on Birdie over at first. 2-2 count here to McDonald. One down, the pitch. McDonald swung on and missed. It'll be the first K for Vaca tonight. 2 down for the Marauders, and Didi Estrada will step in. Estrada looking for a base hit. Dylan McDonald, one of the big bats for the Matadors. As Coach Thompson was telling me before the game, has hit home runs in almost every game so far. That one, first pitch, is in there for a strike to Estrada. So big out is what I'm saying for the Marauders. Getting Dylan McDonald swinging. And now 2 outs here. And an 0-1 count to Didi Estrada. Birdie still over at first. The 0-1. Got to run inside. And it'll be a little too inside, so the count will go to 1-1. So 1-1 count here with 2 down. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So Vaca looking for a 4-batter inning here. Ahead in the count, 1-2 with 2 down. Vaca looking to get out of it here with no damage done. Runner over at first, the 1-2. And she'll get her. Looking for the final out of the inning. A 4-at-bat inning for the Matadors. No damage done, 1 runner left on first. It's the Marauder half of the first right here on Verde Valley TV. We'll be right back.
Lawler Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Lawler Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Lawler Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit LawlerConstructionAZ.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Lawler Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Lawler Construction Homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone. At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
It'll be Ella Balo, Mackenzie Figge, and Alexis Erzman, the 1-2-3 for the Mingus Marauders as we start the bottom of the first inning here. Want to welcome you back to the softball field on the campus of Mingus Union High School as the Marauders take on the Matadors of Shadow Mountain. And it'll be Ella Balo leading things off against Emily Williams, the pitcher for the Matadors. Williams coming off a phenomenal start last week against St. Mary's, 19 strikeouts on top of a perfect game for the young lady in the circle tonight for the Matadors. A phenomenal outing where the Marauders will try to give her a bad one here. No runs came across in the top of the first. One runner left on for the Matadors as Marissa Vaca got 2 strikeouts in the top of the first inning. Now it's the Marauders' opportunity here to bat in the bottom of the first. First pitch is on the way and in there for a strike. When we get a chance here, we'll take you around the diamond. But an 0-1 count here to Ella Balo with no outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Our score 0-0, the 0-1 on the way. That one is off the corner for a ball. The count will go to 1-1. So Williams returns back here to the circle. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Ella Balo, the leadoff hitter for the Mingus Marauders. Balo last game, 2 for 4 with a double in that win against Flagstaff on Thursday. And she awaits the 1-1 here from Williams. The pitch. It's going to be a chopper over to short. McDonald picks it up. Throw on to first is in time. Bang, bang play for the shortstop. 6-3, 1 down for the Matadors. And now Mackenzie Figge will step up. Figge in the win against Flagstaff. Did get on a couple times. Came around to score. Did not record a hit in that game. And she awaits the first pitch here from Williams. That one runs inside, and the count will go to 1-0. So we'll see if it'll be a rubber match tonight. Both pitchers getting the first batter to ground out. 1 down here. The 1-0 on the way to Figge is in the dirt. Count will go to 2-0. Vaca on the side of the Marauders was able to get Emily Williams, the pitcher, to ground out in her first at-bat, and then Williams returns it by getting the first batter for the Marauders to ground out. And Figge awaits the 2-0 here with no one on. Watches that one in for a strike. The count will go to 2-1, again with 1 down. Natalia Collins-Austin, the third baseman. Dylan McDonald over at short. Bryn Isiri Ramos over at second, and Didi Estrada over at first for the Matadors. The 2-1 to Figge. That runs inside. The count will go to 3-1. In the outfield for the Matadors would be Yasmeen Heidingsfield out in left, Sam Torres out in center, Andy Knapp out in right, and of course the battery Emily Williams and Reese Birdie, the 1-2 for the Matadors tonight. That is their starting lineup out in the field. Mackenzie Figge for the Marauders awaits the 3-1. The pitch runs inside. It'll be a 1-out walk for Mackenzie Figge. She'll be the first base runner for the Marauders in this game, and we'll see if Alexis Erzman, who did hit a home run in the last game, we'll see what she can do with a runner on and 1 down. Erzman 4 for 4 in a big win for the Marauders against the Flagstaff Eagles to remain undefeated. 4 for 4 with a home run. Getting her first opportunity ever here against Emily Williams. The first pitch on the way is popped up. Coming in to track it down is Knapp over in right field. It'll fight the wind and won't get to her. It'll bounce off her glove. Figge will round second. Erzman will get on, and the Marauders have runners on third and second on the error in right field. So Erzman gets on the error. She'll stand at second. Figge will move all the way from first to third. And now the pitcher, Marissa Vaca, with an opportunity, 1 out. And she's got an opportunity here to get herself a lead. Vaca in the last game for the Marauders was not on the mound, but was in the field at short. Got on with a double in the 5th inning. Did come around to score in a big 5th inning for the Marauders. She came around to score on the single from Stapleton. First one on the way to Vaca is inside for a ball. So 1-0 count here to Marissa Vaca, the pitcher. Alexis Erzman over at second and Mackenzie Figge over at third. 1 down here, the 1-0 on the way from Williams. The pitch is high for ball 2. Birdie will take a look over at third, see what Figge's doing. Mackenzie isn't going anywhere, so the count will go to 2-0. So 2-0 count here to Marissa Vaca. Pitch on the way with 1 down and 2 on. Vaca, slow chopper, should be enough to score 1. Isiri Ramos over to first, and it is in time. She'll take the RBI as Figge comes around to score, and the Marauders strike first. So 2 outs here. Although Vaca does her job, helps out her own cause, and the Marauders lead 1-0 as now Mallory Copeland will step up. Copeland looking to bring Erzman in from third. It's not going to take much with 2 outs. First one on the way to Copeland, the pitch. It'll run low for a ball. Sydney Stapleton waiting on deck. Stapleton, the designated player today. As Kaylee Watson is the catcher, the 1-0 on the way. Swung on a miss for strike 1.
Hey, keep your head on it, kid. See it all the way.
1-1 count here to Copeland with 2 down. Again, Erzman over at third, got on the error. The 1-1. That one's in there for a strike. Now the count will go to 1-2. So 1-2 count here. Williams trying to get out of the inning with only one coming around. We'll see if she can do it. The 1-2. Going to be a slow chopper again. Isiri Ramos on to first. It is in time for the final out, but not before the Marauders can strike and bring around one. They lead 1-0 as we head into the top of the second inning. We'll be right back.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
Welcome back here to the top of the second inning as the Mingus Marauders strike first against the Shadow Mountain Matadors. The Marauders leading 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. It'll be Bryn Isiri Ramos will lead things off. She takes that first pitch away for a ball. 1-0 count. So Isiri Ramos looking to be the first base runner for the Matadors here in the top of the second inning. It was a 4 at-bat inning for Marissa Vaca, the pitcher for the Marauders. Nobody came around. Runner was stranded over at first. And then in the bottom of the second, the Marauders able to take advantage of an error in right field and bring around Mackenzie Figge to score. Gives them a 1-0 lead here. 2-2 count on the way to Ramos is high for ball 3. So a 3-0 count here to Isiri Ramos. With no outs and no one on, she leads off here in the top of the second. The 3-0. Ramos watches that one in for a strike, and the count will go to 3-1. Vaca working her way back from a 3-0 count. So a 3-1 count here. Ramos looking to take something into the outfield and lead things off. The 3-1 is away. It'll be a leadoff walk for Isiri Ramos, and the Matadors have their first base runner, and Yasmin Heidingsfield will step in. Heidingsfield, the left fielder for the Matadors, with a runner on first. Double play still a possibility here for the Marauders, but no outs, and this could be a good chance for the Matadors to bring around one or more, depending on how much pop Yasmin's got in her bat. First one on the way is swung on a miss for strike 1. Watson taking an eye at Isiri Ramos over at first. So the count will go to 0-1. Again, no outs here in the top of the second inning. Mingus leading 1-0. Vaca pitching well in the circle so far. Only allowing 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Second one on the way, it's away. Gets past Watson. Isiri Ramos will take off to second and have a lot of time to get there. She'll advance on the pass ball. And Heidingsfield will now get a 1-1 count. So 1 ball, 1 strike with a runner over at second. No outs here in the top of the second. Vaca looking to make quick work of the Matadors. The 1-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. I take that back. That was strike 2. Must have missed a strike here. But anyway, 1 down for the Marauders. And now Italia Collins-Austin will step in. Again, runner on second. 1 down here after the strikeout from Heidingsfield. First one on the way is in for a strike. So a quick strike here to Collins-Austin. Natalia looking to move the runner in from second. The 0-1. Swung on a miss for strike 2. 0-2 count here. Vaca looking for another K. She's got 3 so far. Had 2 last inning. And with an 0-2 count, she's in a good position to get another one here. Collins-Austin looking to bring around her girl over at second. The 0-2. Runs inside, but a little low, so the count will go to 1-2. The 1-2 on the way. The pitch fouled off. So Collins-Austin doing a good job staying alive. Taking a piece of that one. The count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 down. Siri Ramos over at second. Got on with a walk and then advanced on the pass ball. The 1-2 on the way to Collins-Austin is in the dirt, but blocked by Watson. So the count will now go to 2-2. 2-2 count, 1 down. Again, runner over at second. The pitch. And that'll do it. Another strikeout for Vaca, 2 down for the Marauders. Sam Torres will step up for the Matadors with a runner on second, now 2 outs. And Vaca looking for another 4-batter inning with 2 down. First one on the way. Torres watches that one in for a strike, and the count will go to 0-1. So an 0-1 count here with 2 down. Runner over at second. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 2. So an 0-2 count here with 2 downs. Vaca looking for her 5th strikeout of the night. Leaving another runner stranded. Will she get it? The 0-2. She will. 5th strikeout for Vaca, 3rd out for the Marauders here in the top of the second. They'll head to their half of the second. As the Marauders look to extend their lead, it'll be Stapleton, Jones, and Gordon when we come back on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass. Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a 3rd-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
Sydney Stapleton, Cameron Jones, and Mikkel Gordon, the 1-2-3 for the Mingus Marauders here in the bottom of the second. Mingus leading Shadow Mountain 1-0. Emily Williams, a 5 at-bat inning for her. Only allowed a walk, but 1 run did come in. And so the Marauders lead 1-0. First one on the way to Stapleton as that one's fouled off. And the count will go to 0-1. Stapleton had a huge clutch hit in the 5th inning on Thursday to give the Marauders the lead on a 2-2 count with 2 outs, and the score was tied 2-2, and funny enough, Sydney wears 22. So a clutch opportunity there for the usual catcher, and we'll see what she can do here on a 0-1 count, no outs on a Monday evening, as that one is in there for a strike. The count will go to 0-2. So now an 0-2 count here to Stapleton, the pitch on the way. And I'll get her looking. First strikeout for Williams, one down from the Matadors here in the bottom of the second inning, and now Cameron Jones will step up. Jones last game did have a walk. And now with no one on, she'll look to be the first base runner here for the Marauders. Williams pitching well so far. First one on the way to Jones is inside for a ball. You can't really discredit, I mean, even Andy Knapp over in right field, unfortunately had to battle this wind, which is predominantly blowing more towards right field to try to make that out. That did bring around Mackenzie Figge to score. 1-0 count here on the way to Jones. That's a slow chopper back to Williams. Throw on to first is in time. Back-to-back outs. This time the 1-3 from Williams over to Estrada. 2 down for the Matadors. My point being is that Williams is pitching well. Despite the little flubber out in right field, she kept the Marauders off the base paths for the most part. And so far, doing well. 2 quick outs here for Williams to start off the second inning, and we'll see what she can do here against Mikkel Gordon, who has been anything but cold for the Marauders. Gordon 1 for 3 in that win on Thursday against Flagstaff, currently batting .500 on the season with 6 hits and 12 plate appearances for Gordon. The 1-0 on the way to the junior is away for ball 2. So Gordon taking the 2-0 count. 2 down, no one on. Mingus leading 1-0. Gordon looking to be the first base runner here in the bottom of the second inning. The 2-0 on the way from Williams. The pitch. Gordon smacks that one foul, and the count will go to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here to Mikkel Gordon with 2 outs. Williams looking for her first 1-2-3 inning of this game. 19 strikeouts for Emily against St. Mary's last week. The 2-1. That one is in there for a strike. The count will go even at 2. As that one gets past Williams, and Torres is able to pick it up, get it over to her pitcher. Gordon sitting in and waiting the 2-2 here with 2 outs. In the bottom of the second inning, the 2-2 on the way from Williams. The pitch is ripped into left field. It'll fall for a base hit. Gordon gets on. The first base hit for the Marauders is a single from Mikkel Gordon, and she'll make it all the way to second. And now Mingus has their first base runner of the evening, and now it'll be McKenna Watson. Return of the Mac, a very perfect walk-up song for McKenna Watson, the center fielder. Runner over at second here. Watson looking to bring around Gordon over at second. The first one on the way to Williams. The pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 1. So a quick 1-0 count here to Watson. The pitch. Watson smacks that one foul. The count will go even at 1. So Mikkel Gordon over at second. In scoring position here, the Marauders with 2 outs looking to extend their lead. McKenna Watson coming into this game, batting .250. She's got 2 hits so far on the season, batting .250. The 1-1 is away, and the count will go to 2-1. But it's not going to take too much to bring Gordon around from second. Honestly, a very similar hit that Gordon had, which was just a little bloop shot into left field, should be enough to bring her around to score. So a 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Watson looking to be a difference maker here, the 2-1. She swings and misses that one. The count will go even at 2. So now the count goes 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner on second. Watson looking to bring around Gordon from second. Williams looking to keep the damage light with 2 down. A 2-2. Watson gets a piece of that one, but drives it into foul territory, so the count will remain 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes here to McKenna Watson. Pitch on the way. Watson watches that one in for a strike. That will end the inning. The Marauders will strand 1 at second. but keep their lead 1-0 as we head to the top of the third. They will look to keep that lead against Andy Knapp, Emily Williams, and Reese Birdie. Stay with us.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
The right fielder for the Matadors will lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Our current score, the Mingus Marauders lead the Shadow Mountain Matadors 1-0. Marissa Vaca still in the circle for the Marauders. First one on the way to Knapp is in there for a strike, and she starts things off with an 0-1 count. Back-to-back four-batter innings for Marissa Vaca. See what you can do here in the third inning. The 0-1 is swung on and missed. Quick 0-2 count here to Knapp. It is very windy here in Cottonwood, Arizona. Wind blowing more towards the first base side, so anything in the air is going to start to drift right. The 0-2. It got her looking. Another strikeout for Vaca. She starts the inning with a K. One down for the Marauders here in the top of the third. It'll bring the top of the order, Emily Williams, in. Williams, a ground-out victim, and her only at-bat so far tonight. So she's doing some good work on the mound, keeping the Marauders' bats quiet. Only one run allowed so far on one hit. Williams awaits the first pitch here in the top of the third inning. First one to Williams is fouled off. Count will go to 0-1. Vaca doing well on the mound as well. 6 strikeouts for the junior so far through 3. And she's got a quick 0-1 count here to Emily Williams, looking for K number 7. The 0-1 runs inside. It'll go for a ball. 1-1 count here with one down. Williams awaiting the 1-1 here from Vaca. The pitch on the way. Slow chopper, it'll stay foul, so the count will go to 1-2. So good pitcher's count here for Vaca as she looks for out number 2, and her first 1-2-3 inning potentially, if she can get Williams, who has been a tough out. Williams awaits the 1-2. The pitch from Vaca is off speed in the dirt. Count to go to 2-2. Williams, good eye not to swing on anything low.
Right here, Sash, you got this, girl.
And she awaits now the 2-2 here from Vaca with one down. Pitch from the junior. Slow chopper, bouncer. Erzman on to first in time. Great play from Alexis Erzman over at short for out number 2. And now Reese Birdie will step up. Birdie got on with a single and was stranded at first in the first. She currently carries the only hit so far for the Matadors. But you can say the same thing on the side of the Marauders. Only one hit allowed so far as well from Emily Williams. Birdie looking for another one here with 2 outs. The pitch on the way. Takes that one inside for a strike. And the count will go to 0-1. So an 0-1 count here with 2 down. Pitch on the way from Vaca. Runs inside. Not too much different from that first pitch, but runs a little bit more inside here to Birdie, so the count will go to 1-1. So 1-1 count here with 2 outs in the top of the third inning. The pitch on the way. Runs in there for a strike. 1-2 count here from Vaca, who's looking for her 7th strikeout. 6 so far, looking for a 1-2-3 inning from the junior pitcher. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Pitch on the way from Vaca. 1-2 is fouled. Nice off speed there from Vaca, but Birdie able to get a piece on it. So the count will remain 1-2. No one on, 2 outs for the Matadors as they play catch-up to the Marauders here in the top of the third. Down 1-0. Very small hill to climb for the Matadors and Coach Thompson. Vaca, the 1-2. Pitch on the way. Going to right to Balo into right field. Jones will field it, not cleanly, but it'll be a base hit here from Birdie. She's got 2, and 2 outs. Dylan McDonald, who has been in the past a tough out. 2 home runs in 3 games played so far for the Matadors. Vaca was able to get her out on strikes in the first inning. And a big bat at the plate for the Matadors here with 2 outs and a runner on first. You can see Birdie over at first there on your screen as McDonald strides in, awaiting the first pitch in her second at-bat against Vaca. First one on the way is foul. So Vaca looking for some similar success she had in the first inning with a runner on first, on first. And funny enough, it was Birdie. 0-1 count here to McDonald. The pitch is fouled off. Now the count will go to 0-2. Vaca just looking to get out of it with no damage done. Keep her lead intact. Tying run over at first. Of course, it's only the top of the third inning. A lot of softball still to be played. But an 0-2 count here to Dylan McDonald. Pitch on the way from Vaca is in the dirt for ball 1. Birdie will stay over at first. Good block from Watson. And a good eye from McDonald at the plate. Now the count will go to 1-2. Again, Vaca looking for strikeout number 7 and the third out here in the top of the third. The 1-2 is away. It gets past Watson. Birdie will take off to second. It will force a throw from Watson, but Ayersman fields it cleanly. So stolen base for Reese Birdie. Makes it a little easier for Dylan McDonald with a 2-2 count. And 2 outs with the runner now at second. So McDonald awaiting the 2-2 here from Vaca. Birdie over at second. Vaca looking to get out of the inning here. The 2-2 with 2 down. The pitch runs high and inside for ball 3. So a full count here. Vaca's got to be careful with McDonald. Big power bat at the plate for the Matadors. 3-2 count here. Vaca, the payoff pitch. Runs inside, it'll be a ball. Not a bad spot to miss for Marissa Vaca, but the count goes in favor of the batter, and now McDonald is over at first. Birdie remains at second, and now Didi Estrada, who struck out in the first, will step up with runners on second and first. First one on the way from Vaca. The pitch to Estrada is a chopper down the first base line, but it'll go foul. Count will go to 0-1. Get a couple more softballs here for the umpire. Oh, 1 count here. Estrada waits the second pitch from Vaca. It runs high, and the count will go to 1-1. We'll see how big of a stride McDonald takes over at first. Her return back to first base was a little long, but I don't think Watson's attention is over at first. Of course, any throw that sails into right field could bring around the runner at second. The 1-1 is a slow chopper. Vaca's going to field it, toss it over to first. Got her. It'll be the third out of the inning, and the Marauders get out of it with stranding 2. They keep their lead intact and head to their half of the third. Our score, 1-0. We'll be back.
The most common reasons for bankruptcy are unforeseen circumstances like tragedies, illness, unemployment, and foreclosures. I'm Michael Gordon. We understand your situation and your need to look at all the alternatives. Call Gordon & Gordon for a free, non-judgmental bankruptcy or foreclosure consultation. Ask about zero-down bankruptcy options. Gordon & Gordon Attorneys at Law. Trust well placed.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Ella Balo, Mackenzie Figge, and Alexis Erzman, the 1-2-3 for the Marauders as they continue to face Emily Williams, who has only allowed 1 run so far on 1 hit. Balo looking to get a hit to lead things off here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Marauders leading 1-0. Balo grounded out in her only at-bat so far in the 1st inning. As I mentioned, Williams, if you want to charge the run to her, you can, but probably not. So no runs allowed from Erzman, of course, or excuse me, from Williams here. First one on the way to Balo. The pitch is going to go in for a strike. Count will go to 0-1. Little mishap in right field, brought around the runner. Mingus leading 1-0. The 0-1. Slow bunt. Picked over 3rd by Collins Austin. She can't field it cleanly. Balo gets on. So Balo gets a base hit here. And the Marauders have 3rd first base runner with no outs. And Mackenzie Figge will step up. Figge got on with a walk, did come around to score. And I should say the run is charged to Williams because Figge got on with the walk. But anyway, here we are in the top of the 3rd inning. Runner over at first for the Marauders. Figge waiting the first pitch here from Williams. Figge pops that one up. It'll go behind the umpire and everybody in the stands, and the count will go to 0-1. So an 0-1 count here to Mackenzie Figge with no outs and runner over at first. The 0-1. That one will be in there for a strike. Count will go to 0-2. This is the 2nd time a few of the Marauder batters have gotten a chance to see Emily Williams. So we'll see if the Marauders can make some adjustments here in their second opportunities. 0-2 count to Mackenzie Figge. The pitch runs high for ball 1. Count now moves to 1-2 again with no outs. Ella Balo over at first. Gone on with a single. The 1-2. Ripped into left field, but it'll go foul. So count will remain 1-2 with no outs. Again, Figge got on with a walk in the 1st inning. Did come around to score in the 1st. The only run across so far for the Marauders with Balo over at first. Figge looking to extend this Marauder lead here in the top of the 3rd. The 1-2 from Williams, the pitch. Off speed is away. Balo's going to take off for second. She will slide. She is safe. And Balo will pick herself up and stay at second. Small collision with her, McDonald, of course, not intentional. McDonald making sure she's okay. So Balo gets on to second with a stolen base. And Figge will await the 2-2 now. McDonald going for the ball and unfortunately collides with Balo, but does check to make sure that she's okay. Both players are perfectly fine. Balo at second, McDonald at short. We take a look at it there. You see, she's just going for the ball. Nothing you can do about it. No damage done. Everyone's all right. Well, we pick it up here. 2-2 count, no outs. Balo over at second. 1-0 Marauder leads in the the bottom of the 3rd inning. The 2-2. Figge rips it right past McDonald in third base. Balo will stay at 3rd. She will go to home. It'll be an RBI double for Mackenzie Figge. So Balo sliding into 3rd base, does pick herself up and comes around to score. Mackenzie Figge with an RBI double, and now Alexis Erzman will look to bring around Figge and extend this Marauder lead. They now lead 2-0. You see there, Balo sliding into second, and then saw where the ball was and took off home. But Balo is safe. Marauders now lead 2-0. Second run allowed so far from Williams. First one on the way to Alexis Erzman. Erzman got on with an error, as that's going to be a stolen base for Mackenzie Figge. She's going to take off on the throw, and she is safe. Marauders lead 3-0. So Figge gets the stolen base and scores. And now no one on for Alexis Erzman. 3-0 Marauder lead. And now Erzman will look to be the base runner here with no outs, as the Marauders look to keep extending here in the top of the third. The 1-0 is high for ball 2. So a 2-0 count here to Alexis Erzman. No outs, no one on, as both runners score. The 2-0. Erzman smartly lays off that high pitch, and the count will go to 3-0. So Erzman looking to get on with a walk. She got on with an error and was stranded at third in the first. The 3-0. That's foul. Count will go to 3-1. So Erzman getting the green light on 3-0. Fouls that one off, and the count will go to 3-1. The 3-1 is high and away. So Erzman will go to first, looking to take off at second. She's going to stay. So Alexis Erzman gets on with a no-out walk as the Marauders lead now 3-0. Here will be the pitcher Marissa Vaca, who got out on a fielder's choice. And now with a runner over at first, Vaca will look to help her own cause. Looking for a base hit here with no outs and one on. First one on the way to Vaca, the pitch. In the dirt, Erzman is going to stay at first. Count will go to 1-0. Erzman, of course, not afraid to test the arm of Reese Birdie behind the plate, and Birdie knows it. She got out of her squat to go look over at first base. Of course, Erzman staying over at first, and now Vaca awaits the 1-0. That one's fouled. The count will go to 1-1. Erzman taking off on that pitch. Count will remain 1-1. Vaca awaits the 1-1 here from Williams, the pitch. Erzman is going to take off on the throw. Williams trying to field it cleanly at the circle. She'll hang on to it. Both runners are safe. Vaca gets on with a single. Erzman moves over to second, and now it'll be Mallory Copeland. Copeland, a ground-out victim in the first inning. She'll get her second opportunity here against Emily Williams, and we'll get a meeting at the circle here for the pitcher and catcher, as she'll bring in the entire infield here. Erzman over at second, now Vaca over at first, and Mallory Copeland looking to bring around both of them, or at the very least one of them, to extend this Marauder 3-0 lead here in the third. The meeting has dispersed. And here we go. Mallory Copeland will step up with a runner on second and first. No outs for the Marauders here as they look to extend this third inning before we head to the top of the fourth. Copeland awaits the first pitch here from Williams. Copeland watches that one outside for a ball, and the count will go to 1-0. So 1-0 count here to Mallory Copeland. The pitch. That one's away for ball 2. So now a 2-0 count here to Copeland with no outs and runners on second and first. The 2-0. Copeland, that one runs inside. Both runners will take off, and they're both safe. Erzman safe at third, Vaca safe at second, make it a little easier for Mallory Copeland as the count goes 3-0. We will get Kiki Saravo as the pinch runner for Marissa Vaca. Copeland will stride back in here with a 3-0 count. get a little more speed on the base paths in case Copeland or the on-deck hitter, Sydney Stapleton, can drive something deep enough. But Copeland with a good opportunity here to load the bases and give Sydney Stapleton an opportunity to bring a few around. 3-0 count here to Mallory Copeland. We'll see what Williams gives her on the 3-0. The pitch. That's away. Copeland will get on with the walk. It'll load the bases. And Sydney Stapleton will look to break things open here in the top of the third with runners on every single bag. Ayersman at third, Saravo at second, and now Copeland over at first. Stapleton, a strikeout victim in the second inning to lead things off. She'll get her second opportunity here against Williams. Again, no outs for the Matadors here in the top of the third. The pitch. First one on the way to Stapleton. That one's high for a ball. The count will go to 1-0. So a 1-0 count here to Sydney Stapleton. No outs, runners on every base. The 1-0. That one runs inside. Count will go now to 2-0. Cameron Jones waiting on deck. Jones grounding out right back to the pitcher, and her only at-bat so far in the second inning. Stapleton awaiting the 2-0 here from Williams. The pitch. Stapleton gets a piece of that one. The count will now go to 2-1. So 2-1 count here with no outs. Stapleton awaiting the 2-0 here, or the 2-1 here. The pitch. That's high for ball 3. So now a 3-1 count here to Sydney Stapleton. Anything close, Stapleton might take a hack at it. If not, she's going to try to get on and bring Ayersman in from third and continue to keep the bases loaded. We'll see what she does here, the 3-1 from Williams. She'll swing at it. Now the count will go full as that pitch goes foul. So Ayersman over at third base, Saravo over at second, and Mallory Copeland over at first. Stapleton at the plate with a 3-2 count. No outs here for Williams as she tries to get out of the bases loaded jam. The payoff pitch on 3-2 is ripped right up the middle. Ayersman will score. Saravo around third. Mallory Copeland will move to third. It is a RBI single for Sydney Stapleton. 2 come around, and the Marauders now lead 5-0. So now runners on the corners. A 2 RBI single for Stapleton with no outs, and Cameron Jones will step up. You see Mallory Copeland over at third, and across from her is Sydney Stapleton. Cameron Jones stepping up at the plate here for the Marauders. She awaits the first pitch here, grounded out in her first at-bat in the second inning. First one on the way to Jones. The pitch from Williams. Jones is going to show bunt. She'll pull back, and Stapleton will stay over at first. Count will go to 1-0. Jones awaiting the 1-0 count here with no outs. The pitch. In there for a strike. Stapleton, a lot of space over at first. She's going to take off to second. Stapleton is safe. So Birdie, even when Stapleton was in the middle of the bags, does not make the throw. And instead, Stapleton takes second. So now runners on second and third. 1-1 count here to Jones. The pitch. Jones, chopper right back at the pitcher. Williams checks the runner at third, goes to first in time for out number 1. And now Mikkel Gordon, who got on with a single, will look to bring around both runners at third and second and extend this Marauder lead here with 1 out. Copeland still over at third. And now Stapleton over at second. You can see both runners on your screen there, and Mikkel Gordon at the plate. First one on the way. That runs inside for ball 1. So 1-0 count here to Mikkel Gordon. Pitch on the way to the junior. Gordon with a chopper to third. Fielded by Collins Austin. Throw on to first is in time. Copeland's going to score from third. Here comes Stapleton. She is in as well. So Copeland scores on the throw. Stapleton follows behind her. And the Marauders now lead 7-0. Maybe not the way Mikkel Gordon wanted to score both runs, but she does it anyway. And now to Mikkel Watson as we take a look at that one, McKenna Watson as we take a look at that one. You can see on the throw, Copeland able to take off. There's a slow chopper to Collins Austin over at third. She made the throw at first, and then Estrada trying to make the throw home, gets past the catcher Birdie, and Stapleton reads it beautifully to come in and score. And now the Marauders extend their lead 7-0, a 6-run inning for Mingus here in the top of the third inning. Coach Thompson talking it over with the umpires as well as talking to her pitcher, Emily Williams. And I'm not sure what Coach Thompson is talking to the home plate umpire about as McKenna Watson steps up at the plate, looking to get a single. So here we are. McKenna Watson will step up. Watson, the center fielder for the Marauders. No one on, 2 outs. Mingus leading 7-0 here in the top of the third. Williams looking to just get out of it. First one on the way to Watson. The pitch. Watson will bunt it. Collins Austin will pick it up at third. Throw on to first is too high. Gets past Estrada. Watson will move on to second, and she will stay there. So Watson gets on in the air, and now Ella Balo will step up. Balo in this inning led off the inning, got on with a single, took second base, and did come around to score. And now we'll see what Balo can do here. Her third opportunity against Williams. She'll have to get a chopper right to Isiri Ramos over to first. And she finally gets these Matadors out of the inning. 6 runs come across, and the Marauders lead 7-0 as we head to the top of the fourth. We'll be right back.
Waller Construction has been a premier local builder of custom residential and commercial projects for 36 years. Using green construction methods, Waller Construction builds efficiency into every custom design. Waller Construction is a certified Energy Star builder. For examples, visit wallerconstructionaz.com. They thank you for your business confidence and continued referrals. Waller Construction, a proud supporter of baseball and softball at all levels. Look for Waller Construction homes at Mountain Gate and Clarkdale this summer.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on fuel with the Marathon Make It Count reward program. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone. At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Bryn Isiri Ramos will step in as we kick things off here in the top of the fourth inning. Mingus, Platon 6 in the bottom of the third inning. They now lead 7-0. Marissa Vaca still in the circle for Mingus. First one on the way to Ramos. Runs inside. Did it hit her? It did not. Count will go to 1-0. Isiri Ramos got on with a walk, but was stranded at second in the second. Vaca looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Has yet to do so. 1-0 count on the way here. That's away for ball 2. Seven strikeouts so far for Marissa Vaca. Looking to go through 4 innings here. Working with a big lead, the 2-0. That's a swung on and missed. Count will go to 2-1. Yasmin Heidingsfield waiting on deck, and Natalia Collins-Austin in the hole for the Matadors. That'll be the 1-2-3. Of course, Isiri Ramos at the plate with a 2-0 count, or 2-1 count, excuse me. Pitch on the way. That one's low. The count will go to 3-1. Vaca has struggled with those Well, actually, take that back. Not really been struggling too much. Struck out. Got a ground out in the first inning for the leadoff hitter, and then a walk, and then struck out the leadoff hitter in the third. So 2 of 3 so far for Vaca have been successful. She can work back with a 3-1. She won't. Isiri Ramos will get on with a walk. And it'll bring up Yasmin Heidingsfield. Heidingsfield struck out in the second inning. Back-to-back walks here for Isiri Ramos. She walked in the second and walks here in the fourth. And now Heidingsfield looks to bring Ramos around and get that goose egg off the scoreboard for the Matadors. I guess I should say Easter egg because we just got done with Easter, but first one on the way here. It'll be a bunt. Picked up from somebody. Gordon, no communication. Nobody's at third. But Isiri Ramos will stay at second, and Vaca and Gordon coming together to try to field that ball, and then Gordon tried to pick it up last second. Regardless, Heidingsfield gets on. Isiri Ramos moves on to second, and now it'll be Natalia Collins-Austin, the third baseman for the Matadors, stepping up with 2 on and no out. First one on the way to Collins-Austin. She's going to show bunt as well. She'll get it down, almost down the third base line. It goes foul. Count will go to 0-1. Trying to replicate the success that Heidingsfield had on that bunt on the first pitch. And now Copeland's got to be on her toes at third, as Collins-Austin has already showed bunt. So Copeland will creep in from third base on the 0-1 count. The pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Vaca looking for strikeout number 8 through 3 so far. The 0-2 to Collins-Austin. The pitch is foul. So the count will remain 0-2 with no outs. Isiri Ramos over at second. She got on with a walk. Yasmin Heidingsfield got on with a single. She's over at first. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. 8 strikeouts for Marissa Vaca. 1 down for the Marauders. Sam Torres will step up, also struck out in her only at-bat in the second inning. One down for the Marauders here. Torres awaits the first pitch here from Vaca. Torres will show bunt, get it down right to the pitcher. Vaca will throw it to third and overthrow it. Should be enough to bring around the first run. The throw home is way too away. Picked up here from Vaca. They're going to throw down the third. No, they're going to hang on to it. 1 run does come around on the overthrow. And the Marauders lead now by only 6. Vaca able to field it off of the backstop, but does not make the throw down to third. As Vaca going for the out at third to try to get the lead runner. Not a bad idea, just overthrows it. And so that moves Heidingsfield over to third. And Torres gets over to second as that one goes foul. And now Andy Knapp, the right fielder, will step on. Watson's going to call time. So runners on third and second now for Vaca, who was working with a shutout through almost 4. And then an overthrow, unfortunately, costs Vaca a run. Of course, not too much damage done just yet. There is still 1 out, runners on third and second, so anything could really happen here. But Mingus still leads 7-1 with only 1 out. Knapp struck out in the third. Awaits the pitch here from Vaca with 1 down and 2 on. Knapp will show bunt, pull back, and take it for a ball. Count will go to 1-1 here. That'll be a strike. Now the count will go to 1-2. Excuse me, Knapp is Vaca 7 strikeouts so far with a 1-2 count with 1 out. 1-2 count here. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. There's number 8 for Marissa Vaca. It's 2 down for the Marauders. And now to be the leadoff hitter, Emily Williams stepping up with, again, runners on second and third. Williams grounded out both times, once in the first, once in the third. And we'll see what she can do with 2 outs and 2 on. First one on the way. Williams will show butt, pop it right up, and Watson makes the catch. Great grab from Kaylee Watson, the catcher, and the Marauders get out of it, but one does come around. 2 are stranded at third and second. The Marauders look to get that one they gave up back when they get to bat here at the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959. Much like the products they provide, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has a strong sense of community and contributes to it in meaningful ways. Phoenix Cement is considered a premier employer and community supporter and would like to thank their friendly neighbors for 6 decades of continued support. Think harder, think concrete.
Mackenzie Figge, Alexis Erzman, and Marissa Vaca, the 1-2-3 for the Marauders here as we take a look at the great grab from the catcher, Kaylee Watson, of the top of the 4th inning. And here we pick things up here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Mackenzie Figge will lead things off. Figge got on with a walk in the first inning, did come around to score. Got on with a double in the third and did come around to score. She also added a stolen base to her resume today, and now Figge looking to lead things off. First pitch on the way. Figge fouls that one off. The Marauders looking to get a run back that they gave up in the top half of this inning. A very frustrating inning for the Marauders, but it could have been a lot worse. Figge awaiting the 0-1. That one is high for ball 1. The count will go to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to Figge. The 1-1. Figge watches that one in for a strike. Now the count will go to 1-2 with no outs. As I mentioned, Figge so far 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Strides in with a 1-2 count. Pitch on the way from Williams. Swung on and missed. It'll be the 3rd strikeout for Emily Williams and the first out for the Matadors here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Alexis Erzman will stride in. Erzman got on with an error, was stranded at 3rd in the first inning, and then got on with a walk in the 3rd. Did come around to score. So Erzman looking for her first base hit tonight with no outs. First one on the way. That one's in the dirt. Count will go to 1-0. So 1-0 count here. Erzman looking to make something happen. Pitch on the way from Williams. Chopper to 3rd. Austin Collins staying with it. It's loose, and it's going to be a base hit. Tough fielder there, tough ground ball to the field for Collins Austin. As Erzman gets on. And now it'll be Marissa Vaca. As Vaca strides in, 1 out, runner over at first. Vaca got on, grounded out with a fielder's choice in the first inning. And they got on with a single in the 3rd, did come around to score. Looking to move Erzman in from first. First one on the way from Williams to Vaca is foul. So a quick 0-1 count here to Marissa Vaca. Erzman over at first with 1 down. Williams awaiting the 0-1. The pitch. That was in for a strike. Erzman testing the arm of Birdie. Count will go to 0-2. We saw Stapleton earlier, last inning I should say, hang around between second and first and just take off to second. So we'll see if Erzman does it. The 0-2 here to Vaca is fouled. So the count will go to 0-2. Good piece there from Vaca.
Let's go, Sash. You got this.
Not going to take too much to move Erzman into scoring position or possibly bring her around. Vaca's already got a hit tonight. She awaits the 0-2 from Williams. Pitch on the way. Vaca, roll right into the glove of Williams. Throw on to first, in time, double play. What a great heads-up play there from Williams. Wow. Look what I found. The double play. And that'll end it. We'll head to the fifth. The Marauders still lead 7-1. Stay with us.
From the Merkin farm to your table, from their vines to your glass, Merkin Vineyards Tasting Room in Osteria, a sense of place for extended family and community. The Merkin mission is to deliver a total sustainable Arizona experience, with fruits and vegetables family farmed in the Verde Valley and vines grown on Arizona Merkin acreage. Pastas and breads made from scratch and served with daily seasonal specials. Keep an eye out for the Merkin pizza and gelato wagons using the same local ingredients.
Balancing your family, finances, and future is a lot of responsibility. Let Jennifer Griffin and her team at State Farm help. Jennifer Griffin is an Arizona native and a Mingus graduate, as well as a third-generation State Farm agent, serving you in the same Main Street location for over 35 years. Jennifer Griffin and her team want to wish all of the Mingus athletes the best of luck this season. Go Marauders! Jennifer Griffin and State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right.
We'll take you back to that great play from Emily Williams. It was a nice piece from Vaca right into the glove of Williams, able to double up Erzman over at first and turn what looked like was going to be a long inning for the Matadors into a 1-2-3. We pick things up here in the top of the fifth inning. Reese Birdie will lead things off for the Matadors against Marissa Vaca. Vaca pitching well so far for the Marauders. Birdie got on with a single in the first, got on with a single in the third. This is her third opportunity against Vaca, and the count will go to 0-1 off the first foul pitch as she fouls the first pitch. There we are. So now an 0-1 count here to Birdie. Looking to be the first base runner again for the Matadors. For a strike, the count will go to 0-2. Count here to Birdie with no outs, no one on. She leads things off. The 0-2, off speed is high for ball one. So now a 1-2 count here. Vaca looking to continue her success against the leadoff hitter. The 1-0, that's foul. Good job of Birdie to stay alive and get a piece of that one. So the Marauders looking for a 1-2-3 inning themselves. Look to get to their half of the bottom of the fifth and tack on a couple more runs. Good lead for Mingus. 1-2 count here to Birdie. The pitch. And runs inside. Now the count will go to 2-2. So now a 2-2 count here. Vaca looking for the first out of the inning. We'll see if she can get it here against Birdie. The 2-2. Chopper. Erzman reads the hop. Throw on to first. Dug out from Gordon in time for out number one. So the Marauders get their first out of the inning. A great play from Erzman to Gordon. One down here as now Dylan McDonald will step up. McDonald struck out in the first. Got on with a walk but was stranded at first in the third. And now she'll get her third opportunity here against Marissa Vaca. Of course, Coach Thompson letting me know before the game that McDonald so far has homered in 2 out of their 3 games. Quiet so far tonight as that one runs in for a ball. A little high there for the home plate umpire. So the count will go to 1-0. The 1-0. McDonald rips that one right into the glove of the left fielder, Mackenzie Figge. So just like Williams, who found a ball into her glove, Figge finds the same thing here in the 5th. And now Didi Estrada will step in. Estrada hitless so far, a strikeout in the 1st inning, a ground out in the 3rd. And with 2 quick outs for the Marauders, they look to make quick work of the Matadors, and Vaca looking for her first 1-2-3 inning here in this game. Pitch on the way. Chopper is foul. Estrada swinging at the first pitch. Vaca now ahead 0-1. The 0-1. Estrada swung on a miss for strike 2. Vaca looking for strikeout number 9 here through 4 innings. 2 outs and an 0-2 count. Vaca, the 0-2, looking for out number 3. The pitch is high. Count will go to 1-2. Good eye there from Estrada to lay off that high pitch. So Estrada slowly working her way back here with a 1-2 count. Again, Vaca looking for out number 3, the 1-2. Off speed, slow chopper. Copeland's going to field it at 3rd. Throw on to 1st in time. That'll end it. A 1-2-3 inning for Marissa Vaca, her first tonight. And now the Marauders will head into their half of the 5th. And it will be Copeland, Stapleton, and Jones. Stay with us here on Verde Valley TV.
Accidents happen. Red Rock Collision knows that your car is the second largest investment you're likely to make. For over 15 years, Red Rock Collision has been there to negotiate for you, the customer, not the insurance company. John and his staff promise quality repair with honesty and integrity. You can rest easy now. They'll return your car as safe as the day it was built.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Coach John Brown's got to be pretty happy so far as the Marauders lead 7-1 here as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. Mallory Copeland will lead things off for the Mingus Marauders. Then it'll be Sydney Stapleton and Cameron Jones. Copeland so far a walk in the 3rd. She came around to score and then grounded out in the 1st. So no hit so far for Copeland as she takes the first pitch high for a ball. And she'll look to be the first base runner for the Marauders here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Quick work of the Marauders in a 1-2-3 inning in the the bottom of the 4th inning for Williams. Looking for similar success here. 1-0 count here to Copeland, the pitch. Copeland watches that one low for a ball. Count to go to 2-0. So now 2 balls, no strikes to Mallory Copeland with no out. No one on. The 2-0. Copeland watches that one low again. Count to go to 3-0. So Copeland was able to draw a walk in the 3rd inning and, like I mentioned, did come around to score. And in a good position to do the same thing here with a 3-0 count. Williams has got to throw her some to hit to find a strike here. The 3-0. That one's away. It'll be a 4-pitch walk for Mallory Copeland. She'll get on. And now Sydney Stapleton, who's also got a base hit tonight, will get on. We'll get a pinch runner here as Mallory Copeland will check out. We'll get a pinch runner here for the Marauders. That is Freeman. Tabitha Freeman, the senior, coming in to run for Copeland. So pinch runner now over at first base. Stapleton will stride in here with a runner over at first. Stapleton awaits the first pitch here from Williams. Fouls that one off. The count will go to 0-1. So an 0-1 count here to Sydney Stapleton. Runner over at first, no out. The 0-1. That one's high. Taken off is Freeman. Throw down from... They got her. Yeah, great throw down from Birdie to get Freeman out at second. So one down here for the Matadors. So now Stapleton will work with one out, 1-1 count, and no one on. The pitch. Stapleton pops that one up. Estrada trying to track it down at first. It will go over the fence for a foul. Count will go to 1-2. Stapleton awaiting the 1-2 here with one out. No one on. Birdie making a great throw from home to second to get Freeman out as she attempted to steal. So now 1-2 count here. Pitch on the way from Williams. Stapleton right in between second and first. It'll be a base hit. So Stapleton gets on her second hit tonight. And now it'll be Cameron Jones who's looking for her first. One down for the Marauders and a runner at first here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Mingus looking to get the run back that they gave up in the fourth inning. Still lead here 7-1. Jones looking for her first hit tonight. Grounded out in the second, grounded out in the third. First one on the way. Jones gets a piece of that one but draws it foul. The count will go to 0-1. So 0-1 count here. Jones looking to drive something into the outfield. The pitch. That's in the dirt. Taken off and safely getting into second is Stapleton. So another stolen base for Sydney Stapleton. And now a 1-1 count here to Cameron Jones. So Stapleton putting herself into scoring position here for the Marauders. Only one down, 1-1 count. Pitch on the way to Jones. Jones gets a piece of that one. It'll fall right over the head of McDonald. We'll see if Stapleton rounds third. She will. She will score. How about that? Her first base hit is an RBI, and the Marauders extend their lead here 8-1. So Cameron Jones finds her first base hit of tonight. And now Mikkel Gordon, who's also got a single, will step in. 8-1 Marauders lead. And Mikkel Gordon looking to bring around Jones over at first. One down for the Matadors, excuse me. Gordon awaiting the first pitch here from Williams. That one runs inside. Jones will stay over at first. Count will go to 1-0. As I mentioned, Gordon coming into this game was batting quite well, carrying a 500 average. Currently tonight she is 500, 1 for 2 with a hit. Was stranded at second. She awaits the 1-0. That one's away. A little high for ball 2. Count will go to 2-0. So now a 2-0 count here to Mikkel Gordon. Does have a home run so far this year. The 2-0. That one's high. The count will go to 3-0. I believe Gordon hit that home run against Flagstaff. No, she did not. It was actually a little earlier in the season, but Gordon does have a homer on the record. 3-0 count. I doubt she swings here, but we'll see what happens. Pitch on the way from Williams. That's in the dirt. It's going to be a walk. So Jones will move to second. Gordon will go over to first. And now it'll be Watson. Watson struck out in the second inning. Got on with an error in the third, but was stranded at second in a long inning for Emily Williams and the Matadors. 6 coming around in that third inning. been the difference maker here so far as Mingus now leads 8-1. And now Watson with an opportunity to extend this lead even further. First one on the way from Williams to Watson, the pitch. Drives that one into right field. We'll see if it stays fair. It won't. But had it stayed fair, it would have been gone. Great turn on it from Watson to send that one into right field. You can see the smile on her face. Wishes she could get that one back. So now the count will be 0-1. Again, with only one down, 2 on. The pitch. That one's high for ball 1. Watson looking for her first hit. Jones was able to find her first hit tonight. That brought around Stapleton to score, extend the Marauder lead then 7-1 to 8-1 here. Jones at second, Gordon over at first, Watson at the plate, the 1-1 count, the pitch. That's high. Count to go to 2-1. Two balls, one strike here to McKenna Watson. Watson awaiting the 2-1. The pitch. Watson, that one runs inside. They're going to call it a strike. Count to go to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here as Williams looks for out number 2. Still double play opportunity. The 2-2. Watson swung on and missed. Gets the second out. Another strikeout for Williams here in the 5th inning. That'll give her 4 on the day so far. Now Ella Balo will step up with 2 outs. Jones remains at second, Gordon over at first, and Ella Balo, who does have a hit, will look to get another one here in the 5th. First one on the way. That one's going to be low for ball 1. Balo able to lead off the 3rd inning with a single, did come around to score, got a stolen base as well in that long 3rd inning. Takes the first pitch low, the count will go to 1-0. Here's the second offering from Williams. That one's high and away for ball 2. Mackenzie Figge waiting on deck. Figge, a walk, a double, and a strikeout so far. She waits on deck. Marauders looking to extend this inning here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Balo waiting the 2-0 here from Williams, the pitch. Balo watches that one high and away for ball 3. Marauders will be back tomorrow to take on the Coconino Panthers for a Grand Canyon opponent. You, of course, can catch this game right here on Verde Valley TV. This is a makeup game. This game was supposed to happen earlier last month, but due to weather, it was pushed to today. So Balo awaits the 3-0. That'll be going there for a strike. Jones will head back over to second. The count will go to 3-1. So instead of a mid-March matchup, we are now in an early April battle here. The 3-1. That one's away. It'll be a walk. Bases are loaded for Mackenzie Figge. Jones goes to third. Gordon heads over to second, and Balo will go over to first. And Figge looking for another base hit. Got a walk, came around to score in the 1st. Got a double, came around to score in the 3rd, and then struck out in the 4th inning. And we'll see what Figge can do here with everyone on and 2 outs. Figge awaits the first pitch from Williams. Figge does not chase that high cheese. Count will go to 1-0. So now 1-0 count here to Mackenzie Figge. Again, 2 out. Everyone on base. The 1-0. Figge watches that one away for ball 2. Alexis Ersman, who got on with an error in the 1st, stranded at 3rd, got on with a walk in the 3rd, came around to score, and then got on with a single, but was doubled up at first base in a great play from Emily Williams in the circle to end the 4th inning. She waits on deck. Mackenzie Figge at the plate here, 2-0. Pitch on the way. Figge watches that one high for a strike. Now the count will go to 2-1. So 2-1 count here with 2 outs. Figge looking to drive something deep enough to bring around a few more. The 2-1. Figge does not chase that one. The count will go to 3-1. So on 3-1, We'll see if Figgy gets the green light. Of course, anything close, she'll probably take a hack at it. 3 balls, 1 strikes with 2 outs. Runners on every base. The 3-1. Figgy does watch that one high. She'll get on to first base with a walk. Jones will come in and score. Marauders extend their lead here 9-1. Gordon goes to third, and now Balo heads over to second with Mackenzie Figgy over at first. It'll be Alexis Erzman, who's looking for another base hit. Found one in the 4th inning. Did get walked in the 3rd, as I mentioned. Got on with an error in the 1st inning. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Pitch on the way to Erzman. Erzman into the outfield. It'll fall. Gordon will score. Here comes Stapleton. Rounding third and scoring is Figgy. It is a bases clearing triple for Alexis Erzman. The Marauders lead 12-1. How about that for Alexis Erzman? That's a great way to extend the lead. That's it. That's the 10-run rule. Marauders walk away with a big victory here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-1. Mingus will focus their attention to the Coconino Panthers tomorrow, which you can watch here on Verde Valley TV. We're going to take a quick break. We'll get you the stats here and wrap things up at Mingus Union High School. Marauders 12-1 victory here in the 5th.
You can view those high-quality photos.
The mouth is the gateway to the digestive system. Studies indicate a correlation between oral health and full body health. Regular cleanings and checkups can help protect you. New patients are welcome at Arizona Smile Designers in Cottonwood. There's a full smile worth of services all offered under one roof. Whitening and cosmetic to implants and smile reconstruction. Find out more or request an appointment online at azsmiledesigners.com.
From the Glen Canyon Dam to the corner sidewalks, Salt River Materials Group, Phoenix Cement, has helped build Arizona and the Southwest since 1959.
Well, it was a solid victory for Coach John Brown and the Mingus Marauders. A 12-1 non-conference win as Mingus stays undefeated, 8-0 overall, and they look to extend that 6-0 region record against the Coconino Panthers tomorrow. Coach Kimberly Dennis making the trek down here as the Marauders start their 2-game series against their conference rival, or region rival, I should say, as the Marauders will look to go to 9-0 on the season potentially. And you can catch that game right here on Verde Valley TV. It is a great win for the Marauders. Alexis Erzman, a triple to end it here in the 5th. Marauders walk away with a 12-1 victory, whereas the Shadow Mountain, Matadors will head back to their home to take on Tempe on Wednesday. That'll actually be on the road. So Coach Thompson will look for a bounce-back victory against Tempe. They beat Tempe 9-1 on March 26th. So we'll see if Coach Thompson can keep their good record against Tempe High School as they take on them on Wednesday. Like I mentioned, the Marauders will be back tomorrow to take on the Coconino Panthers. A solid outing for Marissa Vaca, 9 strikeouts for the junior. And the Marauders, as I mentioned, walking away with a solid victory, 12-1. For everybody here at Verde Valley TV, I'm Philip Catafamo, wishing you a great rest of your night. We will see you tomorrow as the Marauders take on the Coconino Panthers right here on Verde Valley TV. Have a great night.